I just read in The Athletic that Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka and Linda and Kurt Rambis and the Lakers director of player performance and health all flew all the way to Poland to show their support for Luca playing in the Eurobasket tournament. What? Man, was that cold. That was just openly taunting LeBron. That was all but dancing on LeBron's NBA grave.
Skip Bayless just said it. That was all. People are dancing on LeBron's NBA grave. The Lakers flew 12 hours to Europe to worship Luka Dončić. While LeBron sits at home posting desperate workout videos, Paul Pierce is laughing. I sent the U-Haul to Miami in 2010. Now it looks like the Lakers just sent one to LeBron in 2025. From the king, who ran from adversity, to the king being run out of town.
Jeannie and Rob were not pleased with LeBron's brazen social media posts of him, as you remember, working out in the Cavs facility.
This is the brutal truth nobody wants to say out loud. Let's go back to where it all started falling apart. May 2010, Boston Garden, Game 6. The Cleveland Cavaliers, the #1 seed, were getting demolished by the Celtics. And what does LeBron James do? Paul Pierce remembers it perfectly. Everybody felt like this was going to be LeBron's last year in Cleveland. It felt good to send him out of Cleveland. Pierce didn't just beat LeBron. He exposed him in that series. LeBron quit.
#1 seed, they couldn't get over the hump, and you just knew something was going to happen in Cleveland. That's the energy that you felt in the playoffs and all through that series. And it was just like, it felt good to send him out of Cleveland, though. It did feel good.
He averaged just 21 points in the final 3 games. He shot 34% from the field in the elimination game. His body language was terrible. He took off his jersey before even reaching the tunnel. The man who called himself the chosen one had chosen to give up. But here's what Pierce revealed that nobody talks about. Why do you think he moved to Miami? I sent the U-Haul down there. Kevin Garnett was in his face. Ray Allen was locking him up. Pierce was destroying him mentally. And this wasn't their first rodeo. In 2008, Pierce dropped 41 points in Game 7 while LeBron scored 45. In a losing effort, Pierce called it one of the greatest NBA games ever. But it planted something in LeBron's mind.
I would watch him, and players wouldn't be physical with him. Mm-hmm. You know, it was just like, you know, so when I flashed up with him, I wanted to make sure I kept a body on him. I grabbed him, like even when he didn't have the ball, just make him work at all times. But like, you know, before he started getting any kind of consistent jumper and he didn't make free throws consistent, I would just foul him or go under screens until he got more consistent in making those shots.
He couldn't do it alone against real competition. And you know what KG said after they eliminated LeBron in 2010? Sources close to the Celtics reveal Garnett told LeBron, "You ain't built for this. You need help. You need to run to your super friends." Maybe that's exactly what LeBron heard. Because 2 months later, what did he do? He formed the Miami super team. He ran from the challenge. He ran from Cleveland. He ran from having to beat Boston alone. But now Paul Pierce just dropped a bombshell that changes how we view LeBron's career. Listen to what he said. Miami LeBron versus Cleveland LeBron. Way different. I thought he was faster, stronger, better when he got to Miami. It was crazy.
Nothing?
Man, listen, let me say something to you. The C's, we didn't give a fuck about LeBron. We didn't fear LeBron, and we didn't think that he can beat all 5 of us. And that's how it felt. He was trying to consolidate because he didn't want the pressure on him.
Wait, what? The man who supposedly sent LeBron packing now admits LeBron got better? Here's the thing. Pierce is saying something deeper. LeBron needed to run. He needed Pat Riley's discipline. He needed Eric Spoelstra's system. He needed Wade and Bosh to hold his hand. Pierce explained it. He got under the Spoelstra umbrella, which is like Pat Riley. They don't mess around in that camp. You gotta be in major shape. It was probably the strictest, most disciplined team in the NBA. Translation, LeBron couldn't discipline himself. He needed DADDY figures to make him great.
Nobody talks about why he left. They were #1 team in the East when he left. What happened was the whole NBA was free agents. Him, Dwayne, Chris Bosh, Yao Ming, Larry Hughes, Melo's, whole fucking NBA. And he's sitting there like, who we gonna get?
Not a soul.
Nobody. I just bought this team. I ain't spending no money right now. He's the biggest free agency, and they're trying to figure out, like, I got people that want to come here, and you talking about we're not gonna spend no money? If he don't get anybody, he don't win no championship.
Without that structure, without those handlers, LeBron was just a supremely talented player who choked when it mattered most. And here's the speculation nobody wants to discuss. What if the Celtics knew this? What if they deliberately broke LeBron mentally in 2010, knowing he'd run to form a super team, knowing it would turn him into a villain forever? Pierce basically admitted it. That wasn't the game that sent him to Miami, but it put something on his mind. The Celtics didn't just beat LeBron. They created the narrative that would haunt him for years. That he's a front runner who runs when things get tough. And you know who was watching all of this? Michael Jeffrey Jordan. While LeBron was forming super teams, MJ was likely laughing.
LeBron is only 28-25 as a Laker in the playoffs. Only 28-25. And some people try to make the case he's the GOAT. That's more of a Billy Goat record. Billy Goat eating 10 cans record. I am not making this up. You can look it up. 28-25 in the playoffs as a Los Angeles Laker, including 2-12 in his last 3 series. Lord have mercy.
Remember what Jordan did when the Pistons were beating him up? Did he run to join Magic Johnson? Did he team with Larry Bird? No. He hit the weight room, got stronger, and beat them. Skip Bayless has been saying this for years. LeBron took the easy way out. And now look at what Paul Pierce just did. He revealed his top 5 players ever. Jordan, Kareem, Bill Russell, Magic, and Kobe. Notice who's missing. LeBron James. Pierce explained that these players either built their franchises or carried on the legacy. Boom. There it is. LeBron didn't build anything. He mercenaried his way to titles. Magic, Jordan, Tim Duncan, Kobe, they didn't. Think about this. What if every LeBron championship comes with an asterisk? Miami super team. Cleveland 2016 needed Kyrie's shot and Draymond's suspension. Lakers 2020. Bubble title many fans don't fully count.
Magic, Jordan, Tim Duncan, Kobe, Bird.
Every single one required special circumstances. Maybe that's why Pierce and KG never respected LeBron the way they respected Kobe or Jordan. They saw through the facade. They knew he was mentally weak. Fast forward to 2025, and the chickens have come home to roost. Skip Bayless just exposed what the Lakers truly think about LeBron. Think about this for a second. The Lakers, LeBron's own team, flew 12 hours to Europe. Not to scout players, not for business, but to publicly worship Luka Dončić while LeBron stayed home.
What? Man, was that cold. That was just openly taunting LeBron. That was all but dancing on LeBron's NBA grave.
And what did Paulka say? He called Luka the face of the franchise, while LeBron is still on the roster making $52.6 million. But here's the explosive speculation. What if this was planned? What if Jeanie Buss has been waiting for this moment? Remember, LeBron tried to get Luke Walton fired. He tried to trade the entire young core for Anthony Davis. He's been acting like he owns the Lakers.
Rob Pelinka even referred to Luka as the face of the franchise. Whew, that's funny.
Maybe, just maybe, this is Jeannie's revenge. Flying to Europe wasn't only about supporting Luka. It was about sending a message. LeBron, you're done here. We don't need you. We don't want you. You opted into that contract, fine. But we're going to make your life miserable.
I mean, that was just cold. That was just in your face, LeBron James. I mean, LeBron is still the all-time leading NBA scorer ever. And now he's been forced to enter into a Cold War with the management of the team he still plays for.
And what's LeBron's response? Posting workout videos from the Clippers facility. How desperate can you get? Skip Bayless said it best. I've never heard of you going back to Cleveland to train in any of your 7 Laker summers. Maybe he just wants to remind the Lakers he's still in charge. No, LeBron, you're not. You're not in charge. You're a $52 million burden the Lakers can't wait to get rid of. Let's talk about what really happened this summer, because the media won't tell you the truth. Skip Bayless revealed it. It's starting to feel like the Lakers would have been perfectly fine if LeBron had opted out and left. They would have been fine with that. Translation, the Lakers wanted LeBron gone. They didn't offer him an extension. They didn't include him in future plans. They signed Luca to a 3-year max extension and basically told LeBron, take your player option or get out. But here's where it gets humiliating. JJ Redick, the Lakers coach and LeBron's podcast buddy, isn't even designing plays for him anymore. The offense runs through Luca. The defense is built around Luca's weaknesses, not LeBron's. Every timeout, every huddle, it's Luca, 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 and the ultimate disrespect.
I'm surprised that LeBron's surprised that he thought he was going to be able to win over Laker Nation. LeBron could have won a championship. Every year he would have been here, and he still wasn't going to surpass Kobe, and he still wasn't going to pass Magic. Look, he was a better player than D-Wade. Miami wasn't going to embrace him like they did D-Wade because D-Wade originally there. Same thing with Kobe.
I think he got a rude awakening or just reality hit his first week.
Yeah, they defaced the murals.
LeBron James' Laker resume doesn't have a statue here. LeBron James, the name, has a statue.
When the Lakers made moves this summer, who did they consult? Not LeBron. They brought in DeAndre Ayton, a center LeBron reportedly didn't want. They're building a team for the future, not for LeBron's last stand. And here's the wild assumption. What if LeBron already knows he's done? What if those Cavaliers workout videos were him begging Cleveland to take him back? Please, Dan Gilbert, I'm sorry for the decision. Let me retire where I started. But even Cleveland doesn't want him anymore. Even Stephen A. Smith, LeBron's biggest defender in the media, can't ignore the writing on the wall. On First Take, he dropped a truth bomb. The Lakers have made their choice, and it's Luka Dončić. LeBron James is now a supporting actor in his own movie. A supporting actor. The man who called himself the king, the chosen one, the GOAT, is now a role player on his own team. But here's what Stephen A. didn't say, but was clearly thinking. LeBron brought this on himself. He demanded max money at 40 years old. He refused to take a pay cut like Tom Brady did to help his team win. He prioritized business over basketball. And now, the Lakers are showing him. When you put yourself above the team, this is what happens. They aren't even subtle about it. Rob Pelinka is literally standing next to Luka in Europe saying, "This is our guy." Meanwhile, LeBron is posting Instagram workout videos like a desperate ex. Look at me. I'm still working out. I still got it. No, LeBron, you don't. The Lakers just told the entire world you don't. And you want to know who's laughing the hardest right now? KyrieIrving. The man LeBron tried to treat like a sidekick. The man who hit the biggest shot in Cavaliers history. Yet watch LeBron take all the credit. Remember what Kyrie said when he left Cleveland? "I don't want to be anyone's sidekick anymore." And what happened? LeBron was devastated. Ty Lue revealed that when LeBron found out about the Kyrie trade, he dropped the marker and just leaned back in his chair for 10 minutes. Didn't say a word. Pissed off. Crushed. The king was crushed because his Robin flew away. Here's the ultimate irony. Now LeBron is experiencing what Kyrie felt. Now LeBron is the sidekick. Now he's being pushed aside for a younger, better player. Karma is undefeated. Maybe that's why Kyrie has been silent through all this Lakers drama. He doesn't need to say anything. The universe is speaking for him. LeBron is getting a taste of his own medicine, and it's bitter. And here's the speculation that'll blow your mind. What if Kyrie knew this would happen? What if he saw LeBron eventually becoming a shell of himself, desperate for relevance, clinging to teams that don't want him? Maybe that's why he left when he did. He saw the fall coming before anyone else. But the most telling sign is Magic Johnson's silence. The Lakers legend who recruited LeBron, promised him the world, said he'd lead them to multiple championships. Where is he now? Crickets. Magic isn't tweeting about LeBron. He's not defending him on TV. He's not courtside sitting next to him. You know what Magic is doing? Posting about Luka Dončić. Think about that. The greatest modern Laker has abandoned LeBron. He's moved on to the next generation. Here's my theory. Magic regrets recruiting LeBron. He thought he was getting the 2013 Miami version, but instead got the older, broken down, drama-filled LeBron. And now Magic is distancing himself. Magic knows what it takes to be a true Laker legend. You need grace. You need to know when to step aside. You need to put the purple and gold above yourself. LeBron has done none of that. The Lakers flying to Europe wasn't just support for Luca. It was a funeral for LeBron's Lakers career. They might as well have sent him a pink slip saying, "Your services are no longer required." Yeah, and you know what the saddest part is? LeBron knows it. That's why he's posting those desperate workout videos. That's why he's floating Clippers rumors. That's why he's trying anything to stay relevant. But it's over. The king who ran from Boston in 2010 is now being run out of Los Angeles in 2025. The crown has fallen, and nobody's picking it up for him anymore. And if you thought this story was wild, trust me, the next one is even crazier. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share. It genuinely means a lot to me, and it helps the channel grow more than you can imagine. More NBA truth bombs are coming, and you won't want to miss what's next.